Yo, what is up guys? I'm back again with the mechanics series. Today we are covering redirects. Without wasting any more of your guys' time, we're gonna get right into it. But if you could, drop a like, subscribe, maybe a little comment. Whatever it is we do here, I appreciate it. But yeah, other than that, we're gonna get right into it. Alright you guys, I've gone over to my training packs here. So I've got two here that I think, it doesn't really matter what rank you are. These are just some good redirect packs that you can try out. So we have aerial shots redirects, and then this one, in front redirects by Yiza. Pick your flavor. Redirects are redirects. This is what they are, right? But for the purpose of today's demonstration, we're gonna go into the aerial shots redirects pack by Paquito, and yeah, let's go. So I know I said this was gonna be some type of demonstration, but I think this video is gonna lean more towards my double tap video. And when I say in that video, if you guys need that, I'll put a card up here. But what I say in there is that double taps themselves, right, are kind of hard to explain. There's a lot of nuances, there's a lot of different scenarios, there's just a lot of factors, right? Of you, and then, where the ball is, there's just too many things to consider when it comes to that type of thing. So it doesn't mean that I can't teach redirects, or redirects or something is something that is unteachable, but from personal experience, things like redirects, air dribbles, and double taps, those types of things, they all tend to be more like a feeling rather than like something you could teach. I mean, I'm sure you could teach it if you really tried, but if you really want to get good at these things, you have to just do them a lot. You need experience more than you do need an explanation, if that makes sense. So hopefully by the end of the video, you guys will understand and empathize with me, like why it's like not really the easiest thing to teach redirects or double taps or just anything of that nature, because again, they're like very feeling based and experience based. So if you guys can bear with me, right, I'm going to talk probably more about the importance of why you should do this mechanic and how maybe it can help you be better at the game. Because if I haven't said before, there are a lot of things in this game that, may seem either impractical, or if not impractical, then just impossible, to some. But the fact that it's impossible or difficult doesn't mean that there's no value in doing it. Like, there is a lot of value to doing redirects. There is a lot of value to doing double taps. There is a lot of value to doing flip resets. There is a lot of value to doing aerial car control. Like, these things are all very difficult things to pull off to the highest level, yes, but there is so much value in doing them, regardless of if you have the skills to do them or not, because the training itself teaches you how to better control your car, or just like, you're getting a better feeling of these situations, and you're practicing moving your car either on the ground or on the air. You're getting good practice in no matter what. So let me unpause from the game here, okay? So I could already name like 3 to 5 things off the top of my head of why redirects are just super like helpful, and like how they help you get better at the game, right? Regardless of your skill level, right? So let's just start the list off. So number 1, it's gonna train your fast aerial, right? So being able to fast aerial up to the ball, that's an important skill, right? And number 2, depending on the speed of the ball, it's gonna train you to be able to intercept a ball at high speeds in the air, which is, again, another important skill, right? So this is going like super fast, right? And you can even just at least hit it, like that's still good practice, right? Number 3, redirect is going to teach you how to get power in the air, or even from anywhere. It could be on the ground as well, at awkward angles, and how to get power from those awkward angles, right? It's going to teach you, like, even though you're in a really awkward spot, that you could still probably get a bunch of power, right? So here, maybe normally I wouldn't be able to get a lot of power on this because it's like an awkward angle for me, right? It's like, well, how would I shoot that, right? Like, doesn't make sense. But if you just, work it in, right, and start to brainstorm. And this is another thing I like about redirects, is redirects trigger your like puzzle solving part of your brain, right? Because it's like a puzzle. It's like, okay, this angle should be impossible in theory, right? Like, this shouldn't be a shot most of the time, right? Like, this is not an ideal like shooting angle, right, in your games. Like, this is not something you're going to see super often. However, now that you practice it, or at least hopefully you will, right, you'll come to understand that you'll be able to shoot the ball more from different unsuspected angles, because you'll have practiced it, right? So what I'm getting at there is that by doing redirects and learning how to do them, you're going to open up more doors to more scoring opportunities, or just that type of thing. So again, like I said, I might not be able to score this normally, like this isn't a normal shot I might see in most of my games, but if I learn this though, right, this can become threatening, right, and important. Not important, but like, I can turn this into something threatening, which is, unless you practice this stuff, unless you put the practice in, with these things, this is not ever going to be threatening, you know, because you won't be able to do anything with it. But now, if you practice these, right, look, that becomes, like, that was a good shot. So even if the angle, right, if the things just aren't in your favor, right, you can make them in your favor by practicing them, right, and practicing these situations. All right, here's the second shot. Let me give it a go. Right, so hopefully you guys can kind of see that. All right, so I'm gonna pause the game again. So you guys, look, we've seen the meta like play out, right? We've seen the meta develop, and we know now for sure that redirects, without question, are useful and are part of the meta, right? Like there is a point in this game that you will get to where redirects are just expected of you. It'll be expected of you at a certain level that you be able to hit these redirects in particular, every single time with 100% accuracy with a bunch of power, you know, at some point. You know, you don't have to be, you know, the next Squishy Muffins right now, you know, it's not expected of you, but, you know, just understand that there is value always with these things, you know, like, I don't really care even what rank you are, you know, you could be any rank doing redirects right now and you'll get value out of it, most likely, you know, because these things, while yes, they are high level mechanic, depending on, you know, the angle and the speed and whatever on that, you know, they're still useful and they're definitely worth practicing. So if anyone's ever told you, hey, don't practice redirects, they're too hard, don't listen to that. You know, do whatever you want to do, okay? Because maybe in the end, the person who at least tried to do one, you know, is going to come out more successful than the one who didn't try because, well, he did something hard, but hard things make you better. And I think redirects fit in that category. So pretty much my focus with the video here is, I don't want you, it's not about me teaching you how to do it necessarily. It's more about emphasizing the why. Why should you do redirects? Why should you do this? Why should you do that? Because at the end of the day, these things that are difficult, you need the motivation to do them, right? And the motivation needs to come from somewhere that like makes sense, but at the same time, like feels practical, right? So if you can, like, you know, whether I explain this video or give you a list of things of like why these things are good for you to do, you know, then that's going to help give you some incentive to like, hey, even though this is hard, I should still do this. Like, this is still good practice, right? So let me just make a list for you, okay? I'm going to name off like every single thing I could think of related to redirects that make you better at the game. Number 1, fast aerial technique. Number 2, aerials. Number 3, aerial car control. Number 4, power shots in the air and the ground. Number 5, learn to control your car at awkward angles, or just more exposure to reads in general. Number 7, boost control. Number 8, no flip redirects and flip redirects. Alright, I mean, that's a short list of things I could think of off the top of my head that, you know, make redirects worth doing. But they are worth it, man. Just do them. You know, again, I can't really teach you them for sure, but like I can give you a good reason though why you should practice them. So basically, if you get anything out of this video, the answer is just do it. Just do them. Just give it a shot. Try them. You know, do a little bit of practice every day. You know, give it a shot. It might make you better. You know, they'll be difficult, but they might make you better. All right, from this point on the video, I'm gonna shut up about why I think you should do it, and I'm just gonna do a couple shots here in the pack. I'm gonna let you decide. I'm gonna let you decide if you think redirects are worth your time. If they're not, then don't do them. But if this video can convince you to start practicing them, then great. hopefully you guys can forgive me a little bit for not like necessarily teaching you how to do redirects, but just like maybe just stressing the importance of like how it can help you get better at the game. But in all seriousness, guys, like I have pretty much all of the stuff you would need to start doing redirects right here on this playlist of the mechanic playlist, right? It's all there. Fast aerials, the aerial car control, you know, all of it. It's all there. So if you guys need to reference back to anything that you think would help you do the redirects, then just look back through this playlist, okay? But I mean, besides that, it really is, like I said, just practice, practice, practice. Just gotta start doing them, and you should start get better at them over time. But that's all I got for you guys today. I hope that was helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.